Hey guys, it's Alpha back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about BiSwap. I believe this is a decent protocol and I think there's opportunity and there's yield to be made here. But before I start talking about the opportunities and alpha on the protocol, I just want to mention a few things. So first off, I started this channel because I felt like there weren't that many credible DeFi yield farming channels out there. A lot of these channels on YouTube just try to shill coins and just shill Ponzi's, right? And that's something I will never do. I'm always going to give you guys opportunities that I think will be good or will be doing good in the mid to long term. And protocols that have more than just, buying coin and holding it and just waiting for other people to enter the farm or the protocol. I give my honest opinion on those protocols. And I also expect you guys to not take this as financial advice and understand how to properly allocate. So, straight off the bat, I just want to say I'm not allocating any more than 5%, or I would not recommend anyone to allocate more than 5%. I personally allocated about, I think, 2 something percent. And so when I introduce these kind of farms to you guys, I want you guys to understand the risk that you're taking and also understand that with more risk comes more opportunity. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. So BiSwap, I've heard about this protocol, a few months ago. I actually entered the farm a few months ago. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. I heard about it and there wasn't much going on it. I think at that time it was just an exchange. You could buy the token. Looking in hindsight, probably should have just bought the native token and just staked it, right? Which is BiSwap. But I didn't do that. In hindsight, that was probably a better decision to make. However, when looking at it now, BiSwap has done a lot of different things with their protocol and with their token usage. And I wanted to really talk about, before I get into the actual farm, the actual pool, I want to talk about the reason why I'm deciding to get into it now, or I think it's a good time to get into it. And that's because of the price action. No matter what pool or farm you're getting to, no matter what token it is, price action matters. Your time of entry matters, and when you enter into the protocol matters. There's no point in me, getting into a protocol after it's appreciated significantly, and there's no point of me getting into it after the protocol is dead, right? We enter into protocols and farms like the alpha way, the smart way, when we realize there's future alpha, and when we feel like we're ahead or there is more appreciation to come. So just talking about BiSwap, for example, it hovered about $1.50, $1.70, and that's back right at around $1. This pump has mainly come from the gamified aspect of the protocol, and we'll talk about more about that later. But we can see that there's more opportunity because we're still at this price point of $1, and there's much more the protocol has to offer that I believe it has to offer. So now that we understand what the price is doing and what price means in this protocol, let's take it back a little bit to the earlier days. So around September, I first heard about this protocol, and it was literally just kind of going downwards. Most of the markets were going down anyways during that time. But if we understand what BiSwap was in the beginning, we can understand how it got to the place it is now. Because like I said earlier, it was just an exchange, and it didn't have many things to do on it. So that's why the token price was depreciating. And all of a sudden, it started adding this crazy utility to it. And the price started appreciating like crazy. So I want us to really understand that this is a very different protocol than our average protocol or average yield farm that we know of. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. For one, it's on the Binance Smart Chain. And we understand that the Binance Smart Chain as a whole, or BNB, or the Binance token as a whole, has a lot of capital and a lot of Asian capital market from the Asian side of the world. So this token, it doesn't have even that much to offer right now, and it's already sitting at $776 million market cap, right? It's almost close to $1 billion, and it was close to $1 billion if you taking into account the price that it was at before. You have to understand that these markets that we're in the Binance Smart Chain is a whole different ballgame, right? There's so much money going around. I mean, the daily trading volume is about 13 million a day, and there's money moving in and out of this protocol. So that kind of gives us confidence that if things were to go south, it won't go south as fast. All right, so enough of that, enough of the price and the price action. Let's get straight into the actual protocol, right? Like I said earlier, Binance Smart Chain, this is the value of locked assets. So they have $810 million worth of locked assets. That's crazy. So let's quickly talk about what this protocol has to offer, because they have a lot of things, and I want to show you guys what I'm actually bullish on and what I think is a really great opportunity for this protocol to keep growing. So like I said earlier, they're a yield protocol, right? And they offer yield and they offer a native token. Obviously, if you've been in the space long enough, these native tokens and these yield that they offer diminishes over time. And it's just basically a large Ponzi, because at some point, someone has to pay for that yield. That yield doesn't come out of the protocol, it comes from other people's money. So let's quickly talk about how the BSW token, or the BiSwap token, is going to fare over the long term. So the first thing they did on on December 2nd was that they reduced the emission rate from 28 to 26 tokens per block. And at the time of the reduction, it was about $1.07. And the second thing that they did was introduce the GameFi version of BiSwap on December. And it clearly states here that, they require users to buy the native token, the BSW token, to participate. And because of the GameFi aspect, it says the BiSwap team offers to increase the value of the BSC token by decreasing yet again from 26 tokens per block to 20 tokens per block. So TLDR, what this means, they reiterate what it means down here. So about 5.1 million tokens less will be released each month. So they're anticipating this is going to help with the BSW price. So in my opinion, lowering the emission rates doesn't really mean that much, but having the gamified aspect, that's a whole different story, because that means that users are incentivized to buy these tokens to use in these games. And I'm going to show you guys what the games look like, because I feel like that's really what is the strong point of this protocol, or I could say is becoming the strong point of the protocol, because they didn't have it before. But before we talk about the gamified aspect, I want to talk about the other alpha or the other things this protocol has going for itself to help users buy the BSW token or use the protocol in general. So on the exchange aspect, this is what I found really interesting. They have a mechanism called the fee return. So basically what it means is that you can get 90% of the trading fee or the swap fee cost back in BSW. And that's what it means right here. It says make a swap on BiSwap and get up to 90% of the fee return in BSW tokens. And the other thing is you can make an exchange on BiSwap and gain Roby Boost and Squid Energy. Use it for boosting your NFTs to earn more. There's an NFT aspect and also a game aspect that you can get a boost on if you're swapping on this protocol. I find that to be really interesting and really bullish. The other thing that they had was a launch pad, and this IDO did really well. There was like $3.8 million raised for their first IDO, and it's called XPS, an expansion IDO. I don't really know much about it, and I don't really plan on getting to the future IDOs, but the fact that they did $3.8 million on their first IDO is pretty impressive. Oh, and actually it's not 3 million, sorry. I meant to say 46 plus 3, so it's about 50 million total. Okay, so before I get into the gamified aspect of the protocol, I really want to quickly talk about a way you can expose yourself to the yield on this protocol without like getting involved with the game or any of the IDOs and such. Because I personally don't have time to be playing these games and doing the different things on the protocol, but I do want to be involved and I do want to just have a passive way of earning income. So if you're sold on the aspect of the protocol or the aspect of the gamified feature, you have the option to enter into these two pools. One is an auto compound. The other one is just a regular pool. Now, the auto compound takes a fee about 2%, and the regular one takes no fee, and it has a bit less staked on there. So, in my opinion, 72% on an asset that's like moving, and the way this is moving, that's not bad at all. I'll be more than happy to put my a small percentage of my portfolio in an asset that moves like that, because that's at the end of the day, that's something that's not gonna rug you and take all your freaking money, right? So now I want to talk about their gamified feature, and this is what really caught my eye. You can click the Gamify tab here and it takes you into this window. I'm gonna let you guys watch it. So this is called the Squid NFT world. Now before we talk about the Squid NFT world, I want to quickly explain how they pre-launched their gamified version of the protocol. And they have this NFT sale. It's called the Squid NFT World Mystery Box, and they're actually sold out on it. So you could have got one player for the game with a level of 1, and you get this much SE, and you get 2 bus level from 2 to 5. And this would have cost you about 60 BSW and about 100 BSW stake. So that's a really bullish sign to me, right? The fact that they sold out all their NFTs for this game is really bullish for me. Even when you click start game, you get this window right here, and there's so many different games you can participate in. Now, like I told you guys, I'm not interested in playing the game at all. I don't have time to play games on here, but I do think these games are very interesting. So you buy the BSW, and it tells you exactly how much you can earn per game, and it tells you exactly what your chances are to win. So I already like this because of the NFT aspect that they sold out the players and such, right? And I want to quickly talk about how much, like for example, I think a player costs about 2784 BSW, right? Which is approximately about $30. These are the available players in total. So there's 4,514 players available every 6 hours. So this might not make full sense. So let's go over here. It says there are only 20,000 players available daily for a mint in a game. Only 5,000 players become available every 6 hours. So you can see like this is in crazy high demand. This is all reflected in the price action, right? We can tell this token is not your regular GameFi token. This is already sitting at a $700 million market cap and has room to grow even more. Now, let's say you're not interested in playing the game, but you just want to stake your BSW or provide liquidity. Well, like I said earlier, you can single side stake, right? Which gives you about 72% APR, or you can go to the farm section on the farm tab right here, and you can get these APRs or APYs for these pools. So I'm actually in this USDT and BSW pool, and the reason why I'm in it, I kind of like it because the price of BSW is like around $1, and it gives me a good understanding of how long I can be in the farm for while collecting these yields. All right, guys, I didn't want to make this video that long. I just wanted to give you guys this quick alpha, but I also wanted to give you guys in the right way, to where you guys understand the risks and also the opportunity that comes with the risk. Again, I can't stress it enough. Please allocate accordingly. No more than 5%. This is something that could potentially go bad, because when it comes to a gamified aspect of any kind of protocol, it's really up to the team and what they want to do with it. Right now, it's sitting at 700 million market cap, but there's no reason why it can't pass, 2 or 3, 4 billion, in the matter of the next few weeks or whatnot. But it's really depending on how the team is and how the protocol does as a whole. So that's really, you're doing it's a coin flip in a way. You can't really predict that. You can't really tell. Kind of like the same thing with, DeFi Kingdoms. We talked about that a few times in this channel. And one of the main reasons why DeFi Kingdoms is doing so well is because of the team behind it, and not really because of the actual game, because they keep updating the game, they keep adding new things, and they're keeping people involved and people engaged. So that's one of the main things you need from a gamified protocol. So that's something that, we can't predict, and that's something that we hope the team can deliver on. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have any questions or any kind of feedback for me. All right, guys, see you guys next time.